know. On our 16th birthday, my sister got a car while I got some clothes. While everyone was standing around her new car, I asked my mom if the car was a gift for both of us. She looked around and saw everyone staring at her, waiting for a reply. She then said, "Yes, of course," sweaty, extra loud so everyone could hear. My sister heard my mom, and she threw a tantrum in front of everyone. She started slamming the car's door, and my dad stopped her. I then saw him whisper something to her ear, which I suppose was along the lines of "the car is yours. Just play along." He then calmed down and invited me to the car. A few days after the incident, I asked them why they treated us so differently, and their reply was that her existence was a miracle. My dad also added that my sister would be in charge of his business in the future, so she needed to get used to the luxurious lifestyle. They really thought they could rely on her for the future, but little did they know that my sister was stupid. They never checked on our school progress or grades. Instead, they trusted whatever my sister said. Our teachers showed great concern regarding her grades, but my parents never knew. I tried showing some form of gratitude towards my parents by trying hard at school because I knew they were paying $60,000 per year for both of us. We are set to graduate.
One night, this guy, we'll call him Piano Man, he's doing a live street performance, and he's absolutely killing it. And then this woman rolls up and starts pressing on his piano keys. And then, whatever, she moves on and Piano Man keeps playing. But then, she comes back a second time. And look, her friends are back there laughing at the situation because of course they are. Then, allegedly, she reaches down and grabs money out of his tip bucket. And the people around watching, they're not happy. They start booing her. Then, the woman's friend, off camera, I guess, tries to fistfight Piano Man. And the bystanders were shocked. They helped Piano Man pick up his equipment. One guy felt so bad he apparently tipped him his entire wallet. But then, Piano Man goes home and he uploads the video to TikTok. And it blows up immediately, because people are pissed.
Did she really steal his money?
What the hell is wrong with people?
I can fix her. Here's the thing though. Before Piano Man posted his video, he made a little note that he didn't want anyone harassing the woman. But did that stop the internet from harassing the person in the video? No, it did not. In less than an hour, they identified the woman. They found all her social media accounts. People were sending her messages. They started posting pictures of her alleged arrest records. One night, this guy, we'll call him Piano Man, he's doing a live street performance. And he's absolutely killing it. And then this woman rolls up and starts pressing on his piano keys. And then, whatever, she moves on and Piano Man keeps playing. But then, she comes back a second time. And look, her friends are back there laughing at the situation because of course they are. Then, allegedly, she reaches down and grabs money out of
You heard the story of the man. Welcome to the art suit. My name is Smith, and in order to synchronize, we need to run the initiation module.
Not letting you in my head.
The initiation.
Bree's plan was as crazy as she was. She got dressed up as a chess piece and painted the whole club room as a giant chessboard with a banner that said, "Will you be my checkmate?" But when Darius walked into the door, he freaked out.
Where is it?
What?
My chessboard! There was a game I've been playing since I was a freshman!
We just moved it, there? Darius was so furious, he wanted to call the principal. And then one of his friends intervened. I didn't see who he was because I was too busy pulling a crying Bree away. Thank you, mysterious dude. After that, Bree was done with the guys. And honestly, I had my own problems to deal with. Like the time I was getting out of the shower and this gigantic cockroach came out of the drain.
I know where you live. 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 I know where you live.
Number 13. Horse number 16. Alright, this guy is horse number 25, I think. And I have a pretty good feeling about this one. Look how fast he is.
Nope, this was never supposed.
I live in the Philippines. Of course I sweat every time I go outdoors. I live in the Philippines.
One night, I woke up to a strange sound. I looked around to see where it was coming from, but it stopped. After a while,
I know.
Here's some historical facts that will mess with your perception of time. Cowboys were alive from around 18...
Can't believe my dad is actually getting married. He seems happy, and I'm happy to be the ring bearer and a part of his ritual. Brenda, Caitlin, you both look so pretty.
Well, of course I do. It's my wedding, Gavin.
Right, well, I'm gonna get started.
Hold on. I've had to rethink this whole ring bearer thing.
What are you saying?
I'd hate for my wedding to be the day you choose to have one of your little slip-ups. Caitlin will handle it. Give her the ring. I'll take that. Thanks. Okay, honey, go ahead. This is your moment.
You're taking me out of the wedding?
Today should be about the people who truly matter. Security?
Yeah, what do you want?
I want you to remove him from my wedding.
Yeah, okay, fine, no problem.
What? You're kicking me out? No! Put me down! Stop! This is the last of your stuff, Miranda. Where would you like it?
Just leave it here. Be careful with that. You better not be breaking anything. I have very expensive things, you know.
Why are you making me do
Hey,
this?
Jack, have you heard of non-refoulement? Do you know what it means? So non-refoulement is a fundamental human right found in many international agreements.
So one night, this woman stops at a gas station, but she...
Life used to be all fun and games with my twin Nadia. We did everything together. Watched cartoons, played games, and even wore identical clothes. We were so alike, even our parents got mixed up. But as we grew older, things changed. We started liking different things, and by the time we were in 5th grade, everyone saw that Nadia was way smarter than me. Mom was a university teacher, and she was always talking about Nadia's good grades to everyone and giving her extra lessons. She tried with me once, but when I didn't understand quickly, she just sighed. Some kids shine, others don't. It made me feel bad. Nadia's study sessions grew longer, and our playtime disappeared, like our matching outfits. How about a cartoon break? For old time's sake. Can't. Mom thinks they're just a distraction now. And then, Mom started giving me more and more house chores. At first, I didn't mind helping, but then I noticed she was doing it on purpose to keep me away from my sister. Leave your sister alone. She's studying. Go wash the dishes. But I just wanted a little help with my math.
Ask your teacher for help. Nadia's busy, and those dishes aren't going to wash themselves.
And after that, you can organize your closet. If you can't manage that mess, you're not gonna get very far ahead in life.
You don't always have to be like that. It's all right, Christina, honey. Let's go do the dishes together.
Nadia and I were growing distant. Mom paid me no attention, and she and Dad fought a lot, mostly about the way she treated me. And I couldn't help feeling that I was the reason our family was tearing apart. Eventually, Mom and Dad split up, and I ended up moving out with Dad to a really dingy apartment.
Look on the bright side, honey. Adventures await us.
Adventures, huh? More like nightly mouse marathons and indoor rain.
This place just needs a little love. And you can choose the decor. Pink for your room?
Maybe black, just like my future. Surprisingly, I came home to find one wall in my room painted black.
Dark moments show us how the little things can shine.
Put bright flowers against the black wall.
Notice how the colors stand out now?
It's pretty, I guess.
You'll understand someday. Always look for the bright spots.
Positive thinking was tough, especially with school growing weirder by the day. Everyone at school thought of me as the other dumb sister. Even my teachers seemed to feel sorry for me. Christina, maybe put in some extra effort? You might surprise yourself. Sure, I'll ask Mom for help. Oh wait, she's too busy with her star student. I left the classroom upset when I heard Nadia's voice behind me in the hallway. What's wrong now? Just another day of me growing tired of being compared to you. It's not my fault. I just keep to myself. It must be nice not worrying about anyone else. I was walking off, but Nadia grabbed my arm. Hey, listen, I know you're upset, but there's something I can't tell you right now. It's why I am the way I am now. Please trust me, or maybe you're just self-absorbed, and that's some stupid, mysterious lie you made up to make yourself sound more interesting. Well, it's not working, cause not interested. Later, Nadia went to a fancy school for smart kids, and things got quiet. I missed her a lot, because even though we drifted apart, she was still my twin after all. And after that, I hardly saw her anymore. Even when I visited Mom's place, Mom was always too wrapped up in her own world. And I couldn't help but notice that among the family photos on the walls, there wasn't a single one of just me. On my 15th birthday, Dad had a big grin and said he had a surprise for me.
Guess what? I've got a girlfriend! She's Italian and she owns a pet shop. Let's go see it. Vanessa's super cool. You'll see.
We walked into the pet shop, and it was like a jungle. Instead of puppies and kittens, there were snakes and big bugs.
How did this YouTuber go from a 12-year-old kid
in the last hour, I've gained almost 100 subscribers
to spending $100,000 on a Minecraft server? Well, his name is Speed Silver. He created his first channel in 2014, and then it got hacked and deleted 2 years later, so he made a new one. His old channel had PvP videos on random servers, but this one focused on one server in particular, Hypixel, and he only wanted one thing: YouTube rank. To get YouTube rank on Hypixel, you need 30,000.
Mom, Katie took my shirt.
I didn't take your stuff, Lucy.
Where's Akumi? Of course, we
The
have.
fact that your stepdad knows about the money tree is a huge problem. So I have an idea to fix it. The staff here knows about the money tree, but they've each signed a non-disclosure agreement which prevents them from talking about it. I'm going to offer your stepdad $10 million in exchange for your money tree, on the condition that he signs the same agreement. Will you please take me to him? Keith's dad had found a reasonable solution. That amount was far more than Keith could ever harvest from a single money tree in his remaining lifetime. We got in the car and drove off. When we made it to our house, we were in for a surprise. Inside, we found my mom crying. She held me close. Between sobs, she managed to say, "Sam, your stepdad left. I don't care about that, but he took the money tree with him." I didn't get it. We went out to the backyard. There was a huge hole where the tree had been. Pete's dad asked, "Please tell us what happened." This was my mom's first time meeting Pete's dad. She looked at me hesitantly. "Mom, you can tell him everything. Pete's dad created the money trees," I said reassuringly. I was at work. Our next door neighbor called upset about the noise coming from our backyard. I figured something was up, so I immediately came home. Keith had the tree removed with a backhoe. They were loading it into the truck bed when I arrived. I asked him what he was doing. "We're done," he shouted. "Don't look for me." "To hell with you then," I shouted back. "But that tree doesn't belong to you. It belongs to Sam. You can't just take it away." But he didn't listen. I was so upset that I couldn't stop him. Sam was right all along. I never should have married that man.
A couple days ago, I received.
Boys, I cannot believe you were out there throwing water balloons at Mrs. Jenkins and her sister. What were you thinking?
It was all Billy's idea, Mom.
Yeah, and it would have worked if Mom didn't ruin the plan. Mom, we just asking you. What the hell are you thinking? Inviting Mrs. Jenkins' sister to come over and babysit us?
Billy's right, Mom. What were you thinking? Why would you invite her over to babysit? We saw them flying around on brooms.
And I saw them making a potion, Mom.
Boys, that's enough. I don't want to hear another word out of either one of them.
My dad wanted to experience pulling out for the first time, so I let him. When I, a 28-year-old female, was 4 years old, my dad cheated on my mom with his now wife, and mom divorced him. He got 50-50 custody. I hated going to my father's house because I didn't want his wife to tell me what to do. My dad reduced his time when he got married. I was 6 at that time and wasn't even invited to his wedding, but his stepkids were. His excuse was that I am still bitter and will ruin the ceremony. Over time, he only paid just the child support and I was completely neglected. When my dad had my half-brother, he was busy with him and ignored me. He even stopped taking me to his house for the weekends. He would just ignore me and tell me that he wouldn't talk to me unless I act like a good child, aka call my stepmom mom rather than her name. He would make excuses not to get me ice cream or do any activities. There was a time when I graduated elementary school and he promised that he and I would go fishing. Of course, that never happened. He ghosted me and told my mom there was an emergency. I was again abandoned. By that time, my mom started dating my stepdad, Lenny. Lenny was the father I never had. He was a single dad, but he still treated me like his own child. He taught me how to swim, how to drive my car. He attended all the school functions I was in. He was there every time my dad abandoned me. You can now check if there is a part 2 by pressing share and more. My dad wanted to experience pulling out for the first time, so I let him. When I, a 28-year-old female, was 4 years old, my dad cheated on my mom with his now wife, and mom divorced him. He got 50-50 custody. I hated going to my father's house because I didn't want his wife to tell me what to do. My dad reduced his time when he got married. I was 6 at that time and wasn't even invited to his wedding, but his stepkids were. His excuse was that I am still bitter and will ruin the ceremony. Over time, he only paid just the child support and I was completely neglected. When my dad had my half-brother, he was busy with him and ignored me. He even stopped taking me to his house for the weekends. He would just ignore me and tell me that he wouldn't talk to me unless I act like a good
Guys, I have a confession to make. So I've been playing this game. It's a TikTok
My wife believed that I cheated on her, which I never did, and filed for divorce. Now that the truth is out, she wants me back. What do I do? Almost 2 years.
Duck, walk, punch your eye, quick, stick, lick, dinner time, hit, split, flip, shut your eye, witch, stitch, pitch, big surprise, duck, walk.
Why does Florida have this panhandle? Why does it end here and not here? Or why isn't it part of Alabama? It's because of stolen...
Wrap the kite around yourself. Will there be an accident? Bart's head got sliced off by the kite string. When he woke up, he found his head hanging on Lisa's shoulder.
Hi,
The doctor said it was the only way to prolong Bart's life, but it meant sacrificing 30 years of Lisa's life. The doctor told Lisa she still had control over her body. Lisa could do anything to Bart's head, so she gave Bart a new hairstyle.
Strangle me out of this, fatso.
You little... I'll teach you to make medical history!
Homer used chewing gum to stick Bart's head back on. Bart felt uncomfortable on Lisa's body. The principal, upon hearing about the incident, was very considerate. He even built a special toilet for Bart and Lisa. In the classroom, Lisa stood at the podium telling everyone about her beheaded brother. The kids applauded after hearing it, and the teacher praised Lisa. When asked, Bart said his situation was just like Lisa's, but because he was imitating her, the teacher gave him a bad grade. Bart, feeling mocked by Lisa, headbutted her. The teacher placed the globe between them to stop the fight, but it didn't work. Bart licked the globe with his tongue, and Lisa started fighting back. At night, Bart and Lisa went home to sleep, due to Lisa's sleep talking. And that made Bart realize that he could be the master of his body. So, Bart began his devilish plan. Wrap the kite around yourself. Will there...
What happens when the Simpsons are kicked out of Springfield? The episode starts with a news announcement on TV. There will be a military drill today. Everyone has to stay in their fallout shelters for 3 hours. During this time, Lisa suggests they go outside to check things out. They are surprised to see the town hall parking lot filled with cars. When the Simpsons open their door, they discover the drill is fake. Isolating them is the real intention.
What's going on? Why is there a picture of us?
The mayor presents various pieces of evidence proving that the Simpsons' presence seriously disrupts the town's order and peace. He doesn't even let them defend themselves, immediately ordering the squad to escort the Simpsons out of town.
If you panic, you shall be cursed with 1,000-year drought. I mean 1,000-year flood. No!
Having lived in Springfield for so many years, they have no idea how harsh the outside world can be. But luckily, their fortune turns quickly. The Simpsons soon integrate well into their new surroundings. The whole family, keeping their usual rhythm, creates an idyllic version of their iconic opening. What happens when the Simpsons are
This TikToker is probably going to jail for a long time. So he's an English language teacher, and he was...
Why is America so mad at us right now? Is it because we changed her hairstylist? That was supposed to be a